Shalom. Shalom, Yasharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, we're just going to get into don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything, right? Because it's ultimately what we're being trained up to do. We're being trained up to pray to Yahweh Bashem Shai in a time of need, right? So what better way to be ready to do that if other than already doing it now? You are placed in your trials, tribulation, even when you wake up, man, praying to Yahweh Bashem Shai, just thank them that you woke up. Thank them that, you're able to, you still have you're able to move in your body. You're able to breathe. You still got the Holy Spirit. You still believe. Thank him. Because scriptures say you can't never go far enough. So it's not like you praying to the Lord, asking him for things or just being grateful. Bro, the Lord loves it, right? He literally has some angels around him that literally pray to him 24/7. Holy, holy, holy. 24/7. Just praying. So, Lord, how about you, Shai? He's not going to get tired of that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. Verse 6 in the NLT. It says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell Yahweh Bashem Shai what you need and thank him for all he has done. Exactly. So don't worry about anything. Pray about everything. Right? That's why prayer is so important, man, because it casts away all fear. You pray to Yahweh Bashem Shai and you believe in that, then guess what? You ain't got nothing to worry about. Right? Because or you have to know that he heard you and he's gonna come through. He's gonna come through for you on your end. Right? However it may be, you might not know how he'll do it, but you believe that he will do it. And guess what? Yahweh Bashem Shai will come through. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. Wave. I know it's in James. All right, this is James chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Exactly. So if you're asking Yahweh Bashem Shai these things, or praying to him for certain things, and you don't really believe he's going to do it, you're doubting him, because that's unbelief right there, doubt. And Yahweh Bashem, if you don't know, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai hates doubt. It makes him not want to do shit for you. You doubt his power as if he's not the reason why you alive. Right? So he hates when you doubt him. Now, you don't confuse you doubting him with Satan just being in your head, because you can believe, but Satan will try to sow doubt. But you have to rebuke that, because we're still in the flesh. So you have to deal with that. You'll pray about something, and then it might not go away completely right then and there. That worry mess around, because Satan's still lingering. You be like, nah, you got to keep rebuking it. You have to keep rebuking it. Like, you got to stay on it, because if you're not, then you're gonna pretty much end up doubting for real. Not saying just trying to sow it into you, saying, damn, but I know I pray, but what if demon? Nah, it's even if this happened, the Lord still got me, because I prayed and I know he heard me. You have to believe that he heard you, man. Right? Even if it doesn't, whatever you pray for doesn't happen right then and there. Some things might not happen within weeks, months, hell, even years. But you got to believe that Yahweh Bashem Shai heard you. Because if you don't, then he's just simply not going to do it. But he's going to do it in his time. That's the thing. He does it in his time. Now, certain things he'll do it right then and there, because you really need it right then and there. And the Lord, I got you. But certain things he be like, nah, you think you need it right now, but nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if you still believe in me after a couple of weeks, a couple of months, even a couple of years. You still believe I can do it? These are ways that Yahweh shall build up your faith. Because if he make you wait longer and you continue to believe throughout that whole thing, so when he actually does do it, it's like, hey, Carl, I knew it, man. You know, you've been doing all that praying. You get stupid excited. It's like, yes, man, I've been praying. The Lord came through. Now, certain things, you know, will depend on what you ask for from Yahweh Shai, you know, he will not give to you. You know, you're asking for it, but because he cares about you, that's why he won't give it to you. Right? You know, if you ask for certain things, the Lord looking ahead. You got to keep that in mind. Yahweh Shai, he's looking ahead, and he knows us better than us. You might ask for this, but he knows if you get this, it's going to destroy you in the long run. It's going to make you unfruitful, unprofitable unto him. And he was like, well, I love him, so I'm not going to give it to him, you know? And, you know, it don't feel good to the flesh, but in the spirit, it's like, hey, man, call Allah Yahweh Shai. He didn't give it to me, because if he did, there's no telling what would have happened. You know, that's why, as it says in that Philippians 4, you know, pray for everything that you need and thank him for everything he's already done. Hell, even currently doing, man. Because I remember, you know, did I make that a lesson about that? Dang, I forgot. We need these bodies, man. But yeah, you know, I made mention of it, you know, of Elder Arianazi making a lesson, you know, you're living in the midst of a prayer. You know, that's why it's so important to pray. But yeah, you don't want to be doubting Yahweh Shai when you're praying to him about, you know, whatever you need. You know, don't doubt him, because if you do, then he's not going to do it. It makes him not want to do it. But when you're like, you just fully believing, you're like, nah, Yahweh Shai got me. Like you bold in it. It's like, okay, Lord gonna really move on you. Be like, nah, I got you. It makes the Lord even happier the more you believe on him. You know, and that's something right there that is nurtured. Right? It's nurtured. That's why we're in this grace period, man, to get that relationship right, man. Every trial, tribulation you get into, what's the whole purpose of you doing? The whole purpose is for you to call upon him. Matter of fact, let me see something. What the? Oh, that's why. Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 22. It says, cast thy burden upon Yahweh Bashem Shai, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Cast your burdens upon the Lord, man. Call upon him, man. He's waiting. Right? And once you call upon him, hey, just believe and forget about it. Right? Because it's going to happen in its time, whatever it may be. You know? And like I said, if the Lord doesn't give to you whatever it may be, just know that he's doing it. He's not giving it to you because he's looking out for you. Right? Because there's many things that, you know, people we thought that was in the faith prayed for, they got it, but they're not in the truth no more. That's an example of someone that the Lord don't love. And you don't want that to happen to you, do you? I mean, I don't want it to happen to me. You know, I pray that, you know, Lord, do what's best for me. And if I did pray for something that wasn't good for me, man, I just don't want it. Just don't give it to me no matter what, no matter how bad I want it in this flesh. You know, because if it's to my detriment, then I don't want it. You know, and that's exactly, you know, the mindset that the elect is going to be in, man. You know, they don't want nothing to jeopardize their relationship with Yahweh Shai. You asking for a certain thing. Some things you probably just got to go through. You got to suffer through so you can be built up, build character in you, make you hate this place more. You know, because there's certain things, Lord, he will not take you out of. He'll nah, you got to go through this so I can build, so you get built up. You're going to develop this trait when I put you through this. Hebrews 12, man, chapter 12. Despise not the chastening of the Lord, you know. And be not weary when thou art rebuked of him or reproved of him, roughly paraphrasing. So don't be tired of getting chastised by Yahweh Shem Shah, because when you get chastised by the Lord, it's to ultimately get you right. That's all he does it for. Matter of fact, let me get it, because I know I've been quoting that a lot lately. Let me just go ahead and get it. Let me get straight to the point that I want. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "For they really for a few days chastened us after their own own pleasure. But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness." So Yahweh Shem Shah, he ain't just putting hell on us just to put hell on us, even though we deserve it anyways. But he's doing it to build us up. The trials and tribulation, man, everything that you go through is used to build you up within your walk. Go read Romans 8 and 28. For all things work good for those that love him. So if all things work good for if all things work good towards you that love you, that means the good that comes in your life as well as the bad. Even if you end up losing someone close to you, man, it's just like, hey, it's for your profit though. You needed it. Maybe that was holding you back, slowing you down. Who knows? Well, the Lord knows. That's why he did it. All right. I'm going to read verse 11. It says, "Now no chastening for the present." So when you're going through it, seemeth to be joyous, but grievous, man. It doesn't feel good. You're not going to be smiling and you running late on your bills or something. Or you're getting fucked up by your Yahweh Shem Shah. You're not going to be smiling through that, bro. But nevertheless, afterward, it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Growth. There's growth that comes from sticking through, enduring the chastening that the Lord has. It doesn't feel good in that moment, but when you get out of it, it's like, man, call Allah Yahweh Shem Shah. He allowed me to make it through it. Now you're on this level. Now this stat done gotten increased in you. This faith. Because it's just like a game, man. You gotta, you gotta get a certain amount of XP, but guess what? You gotta go through like battles. You gotta beat up bosses. Get some XP to increase certain traits in your player. So that's just, Lord, what are you doing with us, man? We gotta go through certain things. He put us through certain things so he can increase certain things in us that's more pleasing in his sight. So yeah, man. Pray, man. Just pray. You can't stress this enough. Scriptures say pray without ceasing, man. Pray as much as possible. Pray when you leave and pray when you come home. Pray when you wake up. Pray when you go to sleep. Pray. Because all it's doing is strengthening your relationship, that connection. Because that's what it is. That prayer is our connection with Yahweh Shem Shah. Us and Yahweh Shem Shah. Right? Lord, get the Lord used to hearing your voice. You don't want to be that person that rarely ever calls on the Lord, and then when all hell breaks loose, you're really calling on him. Then he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh, that's so-and-so, man. The dude that barely calls upon me for anything. Oh, the dude that I gave this and he just stopped fucking with me. I don't really, or he'd be like, man, I don't even know this nigga. Perish. Right? We are being trained for our, now I want to say second nature, but really for our first nature, to call upon Yahweh Shem Shah. Whatever you get, position you get put in, it's used for you to call upon him and doing it first, not trying to do the carnal way first. No, pray to the Lord first and then take action or whatever it may be, or just wait, whatever your situation may be. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all edified. I want to end it off by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem B'Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.